G'day, mate. First off, I'll say happy birthday to my daughter. She turned 18 last night. So, 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever it was, I had a 6-pack of Strongbos. I used to drink heavily, then I had strokes, so I don't drink that much, but it gave me an idea. So I thought, well, maybe alcohol is good in some ways, but we won't go into that. Now, I'm going to call it intake airfoil, or aeroplane wing. So, AF intake, so airfoil. Now, what I've done is made a mini airplane wing. So there's a piece of focus, a piece of 3mm aluminium, not aluminum, aluminium. That's what we call it in Australia. Now, what happens on a wing? On the low side is a low pressure. As the air goes past, you get low pressure here and a high pressure over. As the air goes over, it's got longer to go, longer distance to travel over the top than it has at the bottom. That's why wings work. Now, I'm not using it for that, but I'm using a part of the effect. Now, if you pour a saw, let's say you do 162 degrees total duration on the intake. After that, you're in dangerous grounds. You start having spit back, what do they call it? Blowback, yeah, blowback. And it comes out the intake, have trouble tuning it and all that. So I thought, well, if I put a wing in there, which I'll try and demonstrate right now, it should improve. Might take it off the camera. Something. No, useless. Like I said, over the top. Put it in. It's tight. And it turns out this Chinese saw is slightly bigger on the outside than the inside. Now, hopefully you see that. It's almost perfectly level. It's a bit hard to do on camera, but that's the idea. So I can tap that with a hammer. It's just sticking out, but that's inside the intake boot. So this is just to see if it works. Now, I can tap this in and that won't move because I have trouble getting the bastard out, but just a bit of a push with my finger. I want to get dead square before I do anything. Focus your shoe camera. So the air will come in and have a low pressure and a high pressure. Now the high pressure should force the air more velocity into the bottom of the sump of the chainsaw and keep the air in there with almost like a wouldn't be a sound wave, but the air will be flowing a lot more speed going in. So I don't know if it will actually make it work better or worse, but you know, have to try these things to see if they work. So you see underneath, I've made the end of the wing as pointy as I can. I had to go around the tonsils hanging down to hold the rings in, but that still should work. But I'll put a bit of I got some liquid metal glue, it's like JB Weld, around the intake on the side so it can't move, because this will expand and it will move this wing or AF intake. But anyway, the reason I'm doing it, I've got to put a ring at the bottom here. And I want to square up, pull that back out again, try and get it out. Oop, now it's stuck in there again. No, she's out. I've got to put a ring in the intake there. Try and get this better. Try and get a ring down the bottom and square up the bottom, so because it dips right in the middle. So you look at the inside, see how it's not. I want a straight edge at the bottom, so a better opening time. So if that opens instantly, you get more flow anyway. But I've never tonsiled a 52 saw before. I've just recently done the 45cc one, but this is another better reason to tonsil, because this will take up that wing, because it'll take up 3 mils space, or 4 mils space on the intake. Will actually slow down some of the air, but also speed some of the air up. So I still want the maximum airflow in, but I want to control the airflow better. So I'll put a ring down the bottom of the intake there, get a marker and mark the edge and grind it. But I know there's not much meat, guys. If you want to do this, be careful. There's not much meat actually in this area here. You actually bust through. I'll get a marker, a pointer. If you're not careful, it actually busts through just there. It's very thin. So you got to be careful, but you can still play these things. Now, the transfers in this one, I like some of the other ones, but they're lower down. I'll cut some of that out and aim this bigger transfer, the front ones, because they're primary. I'll force my end to that side anyway. But yeah, just going to see if the AF intake will work. But yeah, a lot of mucking around. But yeah, it's worth, if you can get a small, so I've said it before, if you can get a small motor to work hard, imagine what you can do with a big motor. And if you want to learn, Chinese chainsaws, they're cheap, and you can get parts in Australia quite easily anyway. But yeah, anyway, that's my thought. Now, getting back to birthdays. On the 30th of March is my birthday, and I turn a big 50. So I want to celebrate 50 because there's a lot of crap going on in the moment in Ukraine, the war, and China being silly with Thailand. Like, people just want to be left alone to let people do their thing, and just, like, guys, it could be just gardening, it could be four-wheel driving, it could be fishing. We just want to be left alone and relax and just do our thing. We all work, or I used to. Come home, relax, and do our hobby, talk to our kids, our wife and all that. But, you know, so on the 30th of March, I'll announce what I'm doing, but let's just say it's a giveaway. I'll do the terms and tell what the go is, and my kids will be the judge. And so I'll have, hopefully, 5 of my 6 kids, they'll be judging what the go is on the terms and conditions. But yeah, the 30th of March, team events, because it's going to be big. Alright, thanks guys.